Let's take a look at business news now. Singapore's manufacturing output took analysts by surprise in January. It rose 3.4% year-on-year thanks to a spike in pharmaceutical production. Chloe Chu reports.
Economists were expecting a slow start to the year, given the early Chinese New Year holidays in January. The median forecast in a Reuters poll had predicted a drop of 5.3%. So experts say the higher-than-expected 3.4% rise in factory output is a sign that business confidence had been growing before COVID-19 struck. Data from the Economic Development Board shows biomedical manufacturing was the outperformer, expanding 41.1% in January. Within the cluster, the inherently volatile pharmaceuticals output surged nearly 60%.
I think as we see manufacturing processes moving from what they call batch production to continuous production, so there are fewer downtime, allowing essentially pharma factories to be able to produce on a steady, continuous basis. That was a very important, I think, shift that we noticed. Hopefully, this can be sustainable.
If sustainable, Mr. Song says it could offset the disruption from COVID-19, which some analysts say will affect factory activity in February and March.
A good part of manufacturing momentum lies on the basis of how much we can export into the future. The prognosis actually for exports current to date appears dim, especially on COVID-19 outbreak. Some of our factories in China still remain shuttered, and that basically disrupts the global supply chain.
Analysts also say it remains to be seen to what extent other sectors can offset the disruption in electronics. The vital cluster saw its yearly decline widen to 7.2% in January, with only the infocoms and consumer electronics segment seeing growth. The transport engineering and chemicals clusters also saw declines, but one bright spot was precision engineering, which expanded 18.1%.